What's up, everybody? I'm out here hanging out with my trees for the moment. It's about to rain. I've been asking myself a question. If I could find a good carry gun, a pure self-defense gun that was really inexpensive, would I carry it? If it was as reliable and shootable, would I carry it? As late as I am to the party, I found it. Let's go talk about that. Why, hello there, YouTube. Lock and Load Ninjas, world at large. Very good to see you again. I come to you with a humble submission today. I made a few choices the other day, and I made them based upon a couple of things. Now, first of all, I have had one of the biggest videos I've shot lately. It was called SIG P365, A Gun I Will Not Carry. And there are a few reasons why I wouldn't carry it, primarily just because of the way it felt in my hand. Now, as far as the gun itself, I thought the gun itself was superb. It's miraculous what they did with that gun. But I've also noticed that they came out with an XL and they came out with a macro now. So it's a little bit bigger gun. And there's some that say the XL, which I have not carried, don't own, haven't ever tried to carry. There are some that are saying the XL is the sweet spot. And that's I would probably concur with that. Maybe just a little bit bigger. But then if I'm just looking for purely a self-defense gun, I'm not looking for something that I'm going to maybe carry into, into certain arenas, doing certain things. With a smaller gun, what if there was something out there just as reliable that you could shoot, but it didn't cost as much? And this is, I'm late to this party too, because recently I rediscovered Taurus. And I've carried many Taurus guns over the course of time. Taurus used to be pretty good about making pretty good copies of things. They copied a lot of Smith & Wesson pistols. They copied the Beretta, the PT99 series, which they still sell it today. They've been around since, 1939, 1941 or something like that. They came out a while back with something called a G3, which was meant to compete with the Glock 19. Now, the thing about the G3 was about 4 ounces heavier. It was a little bit taller, right? Still held 15 rounds. But it came in at half the price. And for some people, in some places, where you got to get out there and pay all these fees, like right now in, I can't remember where it is, it's somewhere in California, to apply for the gun permit, just to apply for it is $268. And then all of these prices start to add up and everything. And for people that don't have the means, before long they've spent as much just trying to get the permit as I do buying a gun. Then when I rediscovered Taurus, I had reached out to them and they sent me some guns to consider. And one of the ones they've sent me is the GC3. Now, no less than Steve Fisher thinks this is a really good gun. As far as the way it feels in my hand, this is much better as far as the feeling in the hand to me. And primarily, and it's a very stupid marker that I have with me. If I am hitting the gun where I grip it, right where I get the Glock knuckle, then the gun fits my hand the right way. And this gun fits my hand the right way. It has some very nice attributes. As a matter of fact, one of the things about it is that most of the time when you get a gun, the texture is not very good. You need to, stipple it or something to get to it. This is so aggressive and so sticky that I'm leaving DNA on it. I don't know if you can see that there, but I actually need to clean it up. I also probably need to, as far as being able to carry it, I need to probably tame the stipple job a little bit because it's a little too aggressive. This gun ships with 3 12-round magazines. So as far as a carry pistol is concerned, here you have 3 12-round magazines straight out of the pipe. I'm almost certain that it is probably compatible with all of the other G3 magazines that are out there. You can find this gun for $259. The sights are nothing fancy, but they're very effective. They're, black blade with a white dot in the middle of it. They used to make these. They used to ship with a safety on them. They've taken the safety off of them. The overall design, I mean, it borrows from most of the polymer guns that are out there are designed this way. It has a loaded chamber indicator in the top of the tube there. I'm going to take this out and I'm going to run it. And I'm not just going to run it. I'm going to run it and I'm going to drop it. I'm going to run it and I'm going to throw it. And I'm going to run it. And I'm going to see, because the thing about this is, at $259, if this is just as reliable as any other striker-fired gun out there, why wouldn't you have it? I mean, for me, the reason I was carrying the P365 was because of my back, or if I needed something really, really small. This does it. This comes with 12-round magazines. It's a little bit bigger. It's a little bit bigger than the P365, but then again, it's a little bit easier to shoot for me. I think it will be. I haven't shot it yet. And I'm going to shoot it with the 124 grain hollow points that I use normally in the 2011s and the 2019s, and see how well this holds up with it. I expect this to do very well because the other Tauruses I have owned in the past do very well. And I just, the value is where this comes in. If this is as reliable as, say, a Glock. Now, Glock's going to have the track record, no doubt about it. They got the track record. They have all the people out there. But, I mean, Taurus is a monstrous manufacturer. They do everything. They may even get their own raw material. I'm not even sure about that. But I just want to take a minute. And, I mean, there's not a lot to say about this little gun. It is a 9mm, full-bore 9mm. I just got a robocall for a chiropractic service. Where have I been hiding? Anyway, I don't even know where I was when I was talking about it. But here's this little gun for a carry gun, or for, I'm going to be having some of the bigger guns. I have a 45 over there that reminds me very much of a military spec 45 that I'm going to try as well. That's done by Taurus. And I mean, some people don't want to spend that much money on a gun. It's actually just something they want to carry for for self-defense. And this is a beautiful little pistol to do it. One thing I found interesting is that the trigger feels pretty good. I was very surprised by it. The other thing it does is it springs forward like the Tunein trigger does, which I shoot the my Terran Tactical Innovations Combat Master has a Tunein trigger, and the Tunein trigger also springs forward when you release it, so it doesn't stay back when it's dead. It springs forward. So reminds me of that as well. So this little gun, which is meant to, I guess this would compete with the Glock 26 or the SIG P365, but you're coming in cheap enough now to where you can almost buy a case of ammunition to go practice with. And this is a gun that I would there would be certain applications that I would use this in. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking of one right now that I probably will use this in. But this is just a first look. Got to go to the range. This will be where everything shakes out. Stay tuned for that. Sorry for the phone call. If you like this kind of content, and I hope you do, maybe give me a thumbs up. Maybe think about subscribing. I got over 40,000. Golf clap. Thank you very much for all of that. And we'll be bringing this back in. I got a couple of guns that are out getting work done. I got another gun that's about to go out and get worked on. I got a couple of guns that are inbound. Had a chat with Taryn Butler the other day. Stuff's coming. Stay tuned. I am out of here.